Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about what to bring to a film set. Now obviously this might be ever so slightly different if you are filming while coronavirus is still happening, but obviously you can kind of add these things to this kind of base kit, which I always bring to film sets with me. So the first thing to bring with you is a call sheet or any scripts that you need. I find having a call sheet right from the get-go is really great to have an idea of what is going to be happening in the day, when my scenes are going to be, when lunch is going to be. That is very important, if there's going to be like any breaks at all. And also as well, it means I know how long I've got before I need to be getting ready. Obviously on set you will have runners and people like that who will be coming to you and kind of keeping you updated, especially when it comes to going into hair and makeup and costume. But it's just nice to have a nice overview as well, and also kind of getting to know some people in the production as well, because normally on a call sheet there will be people's names, so you kind of have an idea of who's going to be doing what on set. And obviously if you've got lines or if you have something to do in the thing that you're filming, then obviously having your script is quite essential. Sometimes when you get to wherever you're going to be, if you're in like a little Winnebago, then normally sometimes on some productions they will have a call sheet and also a copy of your scenes actually there, which is really handy. But sometimes they don't, it just depends on the production, so it's just really good just to have those just in case. It's totally okay as well to ask for a call sheet as well, because obviously they want you to be informed as much as possible as well, so don't be afraid to ask for a call sheet if you haven't had one straight away. The second thing to bring is something to do. So obviously on film sets there is a lot of waiting around that just comes with the trade, so having something to do with you will help pass the time, obviously, because sometimes you can be waiting a long while, especially if you are doing sort of background work or extra work. Sometimes you just don't know when you're going to be going on and you won't necessarily have a call sheet. So when I mean like something to do, I mean like reading, you can do some drawing, I mean obviously whatever you like to do, then bring with you. Just one little thing, try not to bring too many expensive electronics with you, because obviously that is a security hazard. Obviously the security is normally really good on film sets, but it's just one less thing to worry about when you are on set, like, oh, where's my laptop, where's my this, where's my that, you know. So try not to bring anything too valuable, you know, a book or a magazine. If you've got some work to do, bring some work with you, you know, really you can kill some time with that, but just something that you enjoy doing or something that you have to do. So normally for me, I will bring a book with me, assuming as I have a massive bookworm. Sometimes I bring my Kindle with me if I know that I'll be able to keep it on my person as much as possible. But if I'm not really sure where my valuables or my bag is going to be, then I'll just bring a book. At the moment I am just about to start The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. I've heard such good things about it, so I normally pick a light book like this. Don't bring hardbacks because it's just going to weigh your bag down. Just a nice little paperback will be absolutely fine. Thirdly, bring a pen. This will save you so much. It sounds like the most unnecessary thing to be bringing with you, but honestly, a pen, you don't understand how many times you're going to be using a pen on set. There'll be times when you might have to sign a release form, there might be changes to the script, like a last minute change, and they don't have like a freshly printed out copy of the script, and you can quickly jot it down on your copy. The amount of times that I have been stuck on set without a pen, either my pen's run out or I've been really stupid and not put one in my bag, and probably there's been times when I had loads and loads of forms to fill in. Pen will save your life. I've got a nice spotlight one, you know, repping the acting theme through and through, but you know, any odd pen, as long as it works. I think I would obviously check before you go, check your pen works. I've made that mistake before. Fourth thing to bring is water and some snacks. Now normally you'll be very well looked after on a film set. There'll normally be plenty of water and snacks around, but sometimes there won't be. It might be when you're on a minibus and you're having to wait there for a little while. It could be times when you have either missed like the afternoon snack or you've got there just after lunch and you're feeling a little bit peckish. It's just really good to have something in your bag. Try not to have anything with nuts in it. That's kind of an obvious one because you don't know who's got a nut allergy on set. Normally they will know because they'll be supplying the food, but obviously if you're bringing food onto set, try to make sure that it's not got any nuts in it, just because of allergies and stuff like that. But water is definitely an essential. You'll be able to fill your water bottle up plenty of times, or if it's really, really desperate, they normally will have some bottles of water. But I just find having a bottle with me is just really, really great for those times when you're not near anything. If you're in transit, for example, going from location back to base, vice versa, you know, it's just really, really good to have that with you. I'm just gonna have a sip now while I go on to my next point. The fifth thing is one that I'm not sure whether it's specific to the UK or not, but to have your national insurance number. Now, I'm obviously not going to show you my card because it's got my national insurance number on it. Quite a lot of the time when you're filling out forms, they will ask for your national insurance number, and it's just so important to have it. There are times when, you know, they say, don't worry if you don't know it off of hand, just let us know later on what it is. But I find either having it with me or knowing what my number is just makes life a lot easier, rather than panicking that you don't remember it or you don't have it with you. The sixth thing is a battery pack. You never know when your phone is gonna die or someone else's phone is gonna die, and a battery pack is there to save you. This is honestly fantastic if you are on location and your phone is about to die and you need to charge it. I honestly love this one. This is from Anchor. I've had this about 5 years and it's only just starting to die. And yes, it is heavy, but this charges up my phone multiple times. So it means that I can say to someone if their phone's running out of battery, yeah, sure, you can plug it in. I don't have to worry about not having enough charge for me. Sometimes when you're in a Winnebago, or if you're on a kind of big cast bus like the double-decker buses, sometimes they'll have power points so you can charge your stuff up there. But this is just great when you're on the go, if you're on location, or if you're in transit or something like that and you need to charge your phone. It's just really, really good to have one with you. So the seventh thing is layers. Layers are so important to bring, even on a nice summer's day like this, just because you never know what the weather is going to do. Costume will normally be really thoughtful about this, but there might be times when you're filming a summer thing in the winter or a winter thing in the summer, and your character may not necessarily be wearing the right sort of layers for the weather that you're currently in. So it's just really, really good to have layers, or light layers if you're going to be, you know, on set and the weather is going to be unpredictable. You know, I always make sure I've got an umbrella. It's not really a layer, but I make sure I have an umbrella with me. And also as well, I make sure if I have to wear a coat, if for instance it's, you know, autumn or winter and the weather isn't as lovely as it is in the summer, then I make sure I have a suitable coat. So I try and go for one that is going to be waterproof, that's also going to keep me warm, because there are times when I've worn like my teddy bear coat and it's been so warm, but then it has chucked it down and it has just got soaking wet. So I try to make sure that I've got one that is waterproof and is warm. I kind of veer towards parkas with this, because I just find that parkas are so comfy. You've got that waterproof outer layer, but it's really nice and snuggly on the inside. But something like that, any coat will do with that. Sometimes if it's the summer, I won't normally like bring a light rain mac, but that's also another option for you. Also as well, just having really easy layers like jumpers and cardigans, which you can just throw on if you need to. That's really, really good to have. And lastly, my eighth point is to bring thermals. This is an optional one if you are filming in the winter. The first time I brought thermals and I wore them on set, I was just so happy and appreciative that I had them, because basically if you're going to be filming something and your character's not wearing like winter appropriate clothing, if you're able to get away with wearing thermals underneath your costume, then that is a huge bonus. So there's times, for example, like when I was filming like a period thing like the Nutcracker, and I was able to wear thermals underneath my big dress. When it came to the top half, I wasn't able to, but sometimes costume will give you like a thermal top or a thermal bottom themselves from costume, and then they will cut it so that you're able to be warm on the bits that aren't showing, but obviously still look like it's nice and summery on the bits that are showing. But if you know, for instance, if you're supplying supplying your own costume and you know it's going to be cold, or if you just want to wear it to set, because normally as well, if it's an early morning start and it is in the winter, it's going to be so cold. Oh my gosh. So make sure you've got some sort of thermals with you. The M&S ones I've heard are really, really good. I've got some Peter Storm ones. They're really, really good as well. And just make sure that you can easily kind of take them on and off. Like they're not like too high necked, because sometimes as well with a high necked thermal top, it doesn't normally work with most costumes, because you know some costumes might be like this shirt where it is a bit more lower, but obviously if it's a scoop neck then you should be able to get away with it. But if not, costume will normally supply thermals if they know it's going to be really, really cold. So there we go, those are my things to bring to a film set. Think of this like your little kind of ready to go pack, and it's just a nice little checklist to have. But obviously if there's any like extra things you need to bring with you that is kind of specific to the job, if they've asked you to bring anything with you for your character, for your costume, for props for example, make sure you've got those. Just double check everything the night before. And obviously if you are filming during this time when we are social distancing on film sets and COVID is still happening, then obviously make sure you've got everything you need on the checklist for that. But that's just my little roundup. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you did, please do comment below, and also make sure you tell me what are your essentials for when you go on a film set. And also as well, if you liked it, please do give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.